maybe you can try to how it feels when you do pedal turn. If it's too bumpy or too hard to control, we can go back to headwinds.
Okay.
But we can try, maybe it works.
Right, clear.
Okay, yeah, there is a guy. So good that we checked. Otherwise, you wouldn't see him.
Right.
Okay, then let's go on the taxiway.
So Alpha 2 or...
You can just go here and then you just say taking off from taxiway Alpha.
Navajo 2, 1 November Whiskey. And the 7 mile final, hour and a half, runway 18.
There is nobody on final, so you can turn to... Yeah.
French Valley traffic citation 604, Quebec Sierra is taking runway 8, climbing up to 4,500. We'll make right traffic, depart to the east, French Valley.
You're going right traffic?
Yeah, right, downwind departure, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. French Valley traffic, helicopter 320 taking off at taxiway Alpha for right downwind departure to northwest, French Valley.
Okay. Nice, staying over the center line. And the nose straight. And once you are a little higher, then trim string center, yeah, that'll look good.
Traffic, Tomahawk is taxiing from transient, runway 18, French Valley.
You can keep the 60 until you are a little higher.
State traffic, Navajo is 4.5 mile final, runway 18.
Okay, this guy is next to us. Better performance.
French Valley traffic citation 604, 2005 with a right turn for the downwind, climb up to 4,500, depart to the east, French Valley, last call.
Keep the 60 and you can do your turn.
Right, clear.
You could have done your turn much earlier, right? It's 1,650. No. Now you can maybe level off. Same like in Corona, we don't want to get too high.
Sling 862 Sierra Lima is taxiing from restaurant to runway 18.
So we don't want to get too high before we are a little bit away, because fixed wing guys, when they overfly the airport or something, they are a little higher.
Right.
So like that we stay below them, and then once we are a little further away, we can get higher as well.
Navajo 2 mile final, runway 18, French Valley.
You can think about your first leg.
Right.
No, so yeah.
300, probably.
Pretty dark your iPad, isn't it?
Right.
Or is it good enough for you?
I can still see it. Maybe I would adjust it after
Yeah.
climb up.
Let's also tell them right downwind for right downwind departure.
French Valley traffic, helicopter 320 on right downwind for right downwind departure to northwest, French Valley. Go to 300.
Just be careful because of this antenna here, but you're more than high enough, but still keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Just 0, yeah. That's a nice house, in the middle of the mountain.
All right.
No neighbors. Yeah, 1,500. And also we are departing an airport.
Gauge check.
Yes.
Gauge 1, 2, 3 are green. Center centered, carpets out of yellow, engine room gives no inlet. And a little bit of a carpet.
Yeah. So if we be still close to the airport, right? And we could just turn back.
Right.
First leg is 8 minutes, 7 minutes.
Right.
Alright, we can already see Lake Elsinore over there.
Right. Maintain 2,780 and 300.
So I think you can, I'm gonna click on flight plan real quick. Can you click on flight plan? These gloves, it's not working very good, huh? Yeah, so now you could change it here, right? I hit it.
Oh.
Now it's from French Valley too. And now you cannot see a lot, so a little zoom out might help you here. Yeah, maybe we do a last call with French Valley.
Nope.
Yeah, maybe you can do one.
Right. French Valley traffic, helicopter 320, 4 miles northwest. Heading northwest, last call, French Valley.
Okay, 2,700 looks good here.
French Valley traffic turn 5862 is final. Moonshine port the cove, landing 1 left.
So this is the parachute jumping area, by the way.
Right.
The ground speed is a little faster, 91, so we have a little tailwind. Probably we had wind from the south reported, right?
Right.
So maybe we have a little left quartering tailwind.
So from the Corona Center, 132.7.
Josh, is Moonshine 4 picking up another crew pass with the overtop?
Nice, good preparation, very ahead of the aircraft. We have a lot of time to look out for traffic. Enjoy the view.
I can see the lake.
Nice. Here we also have much more forced landing areas than in Los Angeles.
Right. I can see the checkpoint.
Nice. That's a really good checkpoint. It's really easy to find. And that's also probably something, if you get lost, you would climb higher, then you would probably see that as well.
Right.
So you can also see it from very far away. And also the Lake Elsinore is pretty close, so you know it's pretty close to Lake Elsinore.
we go to 80.
Okay. 280. And the next checkpoint is what?
It's a cement facility
Oh yeah.
between the lake.
Okay, and you already know it's gonna be next to the highway, right?
Right.
So you can also then later use a little pilotage. Maybe remember the time, 18 minutes.
Gallery traffic, Manchester 4 depart 29 left.
As if you can. What else could you do? What is a good idea?
Position report.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm exactly 6,000.
So, Railroad Canyon traffic, helicopter 320 over Railroad Canyon at 2,900 heading northwest.
Moonshine 5, you doing the same thing as last time, 2 passes?
Yeah, I've got 2 passes. MS 4, MS 5. They always, these are the guys on the radio. MS, apparently this stands for moonshine. So they always say, hey, moonshine 5 is, and these are the parachute jumping guys. Right. So when you hear moonshine and you see this MS 5, MS 4 on the iPad, you know the parachute guys are active.
Both of you guys are going to turn at some fun jump loads.
Sometimes they also say
down below to grab that box out of there.
In 2 minutes we're gonna drop or something. And then we can even see the parachute jumpers. But not now, but sometimes. At least now I don't see anybody. This guy at the airport, he told me they also have Korean students.
Alright, I heard him.
And they are also from Hanseo University.
Oh really?
Yes. Do you know these guys or do you know anything about that?
Maybe they're what you I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, they said they are training for the Coast Guard.
No. Oh.
Yeah. Because I was surprised. The same school, Hanseo, but 2 different schools in America.
They're probably actual Coast Guard. They hire our flight school to do the training for the Coast Guard helicopter pilots. So
okay, interesting.
Not exactly our student, but
okay. So there's an aircraft next to us. It's also here on the beam, just a little below us. Yes, nice. Seems like he's a little faster than here.
right.
Okay, we're at 3,000 feet now. I think that's pretty nice altitude here because of the mountains.
Right.
So maybe we really have to adjust then that altitudes here for the next time.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he could speak Korean a little bit. What did he say? Hello or?
Hello and goodbye.
Oh really?
I mean, if you want, I can also teach you.
I tried that before with the last group, but this is really hard. It's much harder than German or English. But what is hello again?
안녕하세요.
But it's way too long
Right.
for hello.
It's a more like a, how do I say it? More like polite way to say it. It's normally just 안녕.
안녕.
Yeah, that's a hi.
안녕. Okay.
안녕.
That's also pretty long for hi.
It's a 2 word.
Yeah, 2 words for hi. In English it's 2 letters. Yeah, this guy also went to the same school that I did in Oregon.
Oh.
But he's American and he's pretty young. He's also probably something like you in early 20s.
Right.
And the other guy who came later, he's also German.
Oh.
Yeah. It's crazy. A lot of international persons in aviation here. all the students are not American, all the instructors, most of them are not American.
Right.
Yeah, make sure you don't get too slow. And you want to keep 3,000 or going down to 2,500?
Gonna now go down to 2,500.
Okay.
I guess the maybe uplift from the mountain.
Yeah, maybe a little when the wind comes over the mountain. In general, when you want to descend, you're actually expecting that you descend for a longer time, especially the POH, and also here it says when we have below 18 inches of pressure,
right,
you should use full carpet. So if you think about it, it's a good idea. I mean, today we have pretty high temperatures, so it's not the most important thing, but still a good habit, right?
Right.
Later when you fly in Korea, and it's not always that hot, and it's especially in Korea, it's pretty humid as well, right?
Right, right.
Okay, at this time you're probably gonna not fly R22s anymore, but still a good habit.
Bridge shot 5 is 2 minutes. 30. Want to go for the jet engine coming down. Okay, sounds good.
Can I now see the checkpoint right in front of us?
Yes, good job.
And after we pass that, we go 3, 2, 0.
Okay. So in this drawing, there is another lake on the right side of the road, or what?
That's the left one.
And the other one is that one that was behind us, or which one?
Oh no, it's
Is this also a lake?
the left one is the front one,
Okay.
and the right one should be the left one. There's also a little pond.
So this road is not the freeway?
Right, the road is this
This road, okay. The interesting area, there are always a lot of houses and then nothing, and then a lot of houses and
Right.
That's a really good checkpoint, really easy to see.
We will go to 3, 2, 0, and 6 minutes.
Alright, green light
Actually
is on.
don't descend too much. The ground speed is 86. You can actually also see the ground speed here.
Right. 3, 2,
So especially later when we do checkride preparation and we do landings, off-airport landings, we always want to kind of find out where the wind is from, and then this ground speed information is really valuable, because then you can compare it to the indicated speed and find out if you have a headwind, tailwind. It's a little bit of a pity. The students of those guys, they don't really have an airport close by with a tower. So they always have uncontrolled airspace.
Moonshine 4, is it going to be the same as last time? It's going to be 1 minute past Moonshine 5's descent. Okay, 1 minute after his descent, Moonshine 4 copies.
Yeah, so what's the next checkpoint?
9115 intersection.
Okay.
Should be, we'll be there at 32 minutes.
Okay. Nice. So here, from Corona to French Valley, the navigation is not too hard because you have the freeway here, right? Just when you get close to French Valley, you have to make sure you don't get lost. But other than that, this road is really nice to follow. Just have to be careful there if you want to follow the road. So when you are in French Valley, there is also another highway going a little bit more to the right.
Right.
And if you confuse it, you fly along the wrong highway, then you get lost as well. And the other highway would also bring you into a Charlie airspace, so it would not be. Okay, we're getting pretty close to Corona, so I would change already.
Okay.
There are two aircraft coming same altitude.
Right.
Yeah, if you want, you can also already do a radio call, tell them where you are, and maybe tell them doing a transition to the west.
So let's have the white side.
Your altitude.
Process turning crosswind. Left crosswind for 25. Corona.
Transition to the left.
Yeah, so you can think about the radio call when you think you know what to say. Let's stay at 2,500.
Traffic, White Sky 26 Tango Foxtrot, turning left downwind for 25, Corona.
You know what to say?
Corona traffic.
Traffic to W178, turning left crosswind 25, Corona.
Transition to the west?
Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah, doing a transition to the west at your altitude.
Okay.
This guy is 500 feet above us now.
Right, I see him.
Corona traffic to Tabria 178, turn in left downwind 25, Corona.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320, 5 miles southeast. Transition to the west, heading Corona.
The altitude would also be interesting.
Right.
So maybe on the next call, we can also do an altitude. Then we look out for the traffic in the pattern. Make sure you stay at 2,500 now.
Okay.
Then we are well above the other guys. We could also say
Traffic, White Sky 26 Tango Foxtrot, turning left base for 25.
transition to the west along the 91. So they know exactly where you're gonna fly.
Okay.
So at 2,500.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320, transition to the west along the 91 highway at 2,500, Corona.
Okay, seems like these guys in the traffic pattern are both much slower than we are. That's good.
Now we go to 50.
Corona traffic, Tabria 178, turning left base 25, Corona. Corona traffic, White Sky 26 Tango Foxtrot, turning final for 25, set to go, left coast traffic on the go, Corona.
We actually still have a little tailwind. Usually here the wind comes through the canyon.
Right.
Interesting.
Density altitude 2,400. Corona Municipal
Next to
Airport.
us, same altitude.
Automated weather observation. 2128 Zulu. Wind 280 at 10. Visit.
Yeah, so at the ground the wind is from the west.
Oh,
Up here it's from the east.
right.
Okay, so one guy is on the runway. Okay, this guy is pretty far away, that's no factor. Then there is one guy 3,000 feet above us, should also be no problem.
Right.
So maybe you can tell 1 mile south of the runway or just 1 mile south. Heading west along the 91.
Cessna
And the altitude.
228 Tango Foxtrot, ready to depart.
Ready to depart.
Runway 25, Corona.
Corona traffic, helicopter 320, 1 mile south, heading west along the 91 highway at 2,500, Corona.
Nice, perfect.
Traffic, White Sky 26 Tango Foxtrot on the upwind for 25, left coast traffic, Corona.
Okay, this guy is on upwind. Another guy is also on upwind.
Right.
2 guys on upwind.
Traffic 991, expect 3,100 across Tower Midfield. We got that traffic on the downwind side. No passengers. Corona traffic 228 Tango Foxtrot departing runway 25 Corona for a close traffic. So in the traffic, White Sky High 26 Tango Foxtrot left crosswind for 25 Corona.
Okay, now we have a little headwind, now 78 ground speed.
Right.
Okay, this guy is much lower than we are.
Yeah. There's a
feet.
close one.
Traffic, White Sky High 26 Tango Foxtrot left downwind for 25 Corona.
I see the next checkpoint,
Nice, good job.
and I am going to descend a little bit.
Corona traffic, Cessna 225 Tango Foxtrot taking runway 25 for left downwind departure Corona. Corona traffic, Sabria 178, send left crosswind for left downwind 25 Corona. Traffic, White Sky High 26 Tango Foxtrot, Baybeam, midfield, Corona, on the left downwind for 25.
695.
Settlement traffic 991 expected over 2 Harbors, 2,200. We'll be heading westbound, circling around the Catalina.
Okay,
That's a 60 Tango, 4 miles northwest. That's almost something. Traffic, White Sky, 26 Tango Foxtrot, Jersey State, left base for 25 Corona.
I'm going to prep the LAB 123 025.
Corona traffic, 8 Tango Foxtrot, crosswind runway 25. Corona.
Power lines are just below us here.
Right.
Corona Cessna 72 Tango Foxtrot, runway 25.
What's your airspeed? So here at Santa Ana Canyon it also gets sometimes a little bumpy. So if you fly here solo and it gets very bumpy, then you should reduce the airspeed. Here all the recommended airspeed for turbulent conditions.
70 knots.
Between 60 and 70, yes.
So traffic, White Sky High 26 Tango Foxtrot, base to final for 25, touch and go, Corona. Fox returning left down runway 25. And this is the 50 Quebec Golf, crossing southbound over 12 balls, and we'll go ahead to control this out of
After this checkpoint, we're gonna go to the 285.
Catalina traffic, that's 613 South Quebec, 10 miles northwest.
Now we are Catalina traffic.
100 inbound 22 Catalina.
Okay, there were all the treatment plan. 5 minutes. Yeah.
39.
178 miles.
And our ground speed is 70, so more than 10 knots every. What else could we do already?
We can report or?
Yeah, last call maybe, yeah.
Corona traffic helicopter 320, 5 mile west, heading west, north, Corona.
So traffic west now, 26 single Foxtrot.
Yeah, so about 5 miles is a good distance. You could also do it a little earlier, but here I also often do it over Santa Ana Canyon, so you can also say over Santa Ana Canyon. Doesn't really matter.
Right. LA Basin traffic, helicopter 320 over Santa Ana Canyon, heading to water treatment plant at 2000 LA Basin.
Okay, there's another guy coming up, exactly on your route here, you see? Same altitude.
I see.
Maybe he's a little right, so let's stay a little on the left.
Okay.
Please until we see him. So we don't get too fast.
Oh, I see.
So usually heads-on cars, both should go to the right.
Right.
But now we were already a little to the left, so it made no sense. Pretty close, this guy. More power lines below us.
Right.
So you're precise on your altitude, 2000 feet. Oh, so here you have 2500.
Right.
Only on the way back you adjusted it. Okay. But yeah. And if you go to you could also stay at 2500 here, but yeah, it doesn't really matter if you go down and up. A little more work for you. But you could actually stay at 2500 all the way to the intersection if you want.
Right.
But that's fine like that. Be quiet on the radio as well. Always when it's quiet, I double check the frequency to make sure maybe I have the wrong frequency. But that looks good. Also we didn't do a gauge check in a long time, so maybe that's also a good idea.
Okay. The gauge is 120 green, the carbon's out of yellow, and gives green, no warning lights, and 4 then have fuel.
Yeah, so whenever you feel like the workload is low, or you didn't do a gauge check in a while, just check the gauges.
TV4 southbound 5 Citadel 1000.
Same with position reports. If you feel like, oh, I didn't do a position report in a long time, or there is just a good position where I can do a nice report, then just always do it by yourself. So you don't have to wait for me to tell you, hey, do a position report.
Okay. I see checkpoint. After the checkpoint, we will go 2,500 and 335.
Yeah, sounds good.
335. Now we go 335.
Good. Water treatment plant is always a good opportunity to gauge position report,
Right.
because it's something everybody knows, right?
Elevation traffic, helicopter 32 Sierra over water treatment plant at 2,500 heading northwest, LA Basin.
Nice. So, there's some more antennas here, or power lines, or whatever that is. Really nice view, huh? Out to the mountain. It's really clear here.
Right. So hey,
2500 looks good. More power lines here, but we are high enough. Good job being ahead. You never reset the timer, right?
right.
So 45 minutes and we're already close to Pomona Freeway. That was pretty fast. So we had a lot of tailwind and you kept 80 knots pretty good.
I see the next point. Probably over this hill.
Yes, yeah.
And we go 250 and back to 2000. Or maybe just remain at 2,500 until I cross the mountain after the Pomona highway.
Okay, that's a good plan.
Helicopter 8213 Papa over to the station. Maneuvering up to 1,300. Timing overtake.
Now we go 50.
Nice.
What about extending the visa and stay in the US for longer?
I think that's not that easy. At least, I mean, at the moment this is like an education visa, so like yours, you have the M1, right?
Right.
I have the F1, which is pretty much the same, just that you're also allowed to work for 2 years.
Oh.
So that's what I do now. So if I want to extend, I would need a company who would say, yes, we need this guy, and they would have to apply at the government, hey, we need a visa for him, but it's also pretty expensive, I think.
Oh.
So you need a good employer who does that. And most employers say, okay, that's too expensive, I just take an American guy.
Right.
I think the easiest way to stay here longer would be to marry.
Oh.
That's what a lot of people do that actually.
Right.
This guy we just met, not the American, but the other guy, the German guy, he also married here. Yeah. But getting a visa just like that, I think it's pretty hard. Unless, I think, I just heard recently there is a company who does firefighting, and they have like a contract with the government, because firefighting is very important, right?
Right.
So with those guys you get some special visa, which is also not that expensive, I think.
Oh.
But for this job you need much more hours, so it's also maybe not a good option for me. But yeah, at some point I want to go back to Europe anyways. But here it's just much easier to find a job.
Right.
And if you have a lot of hours also you get a job with good payment, so yeah. But I heard Canada is also kind of easy to get a visa.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you ever need some hours, maybe you apply in Canada. You can also convert from FA license. Not sure about the Korean license if you have a commercial license.
Now we're pressing Pomona Highway and we'll go 230.
Yep. Then we go to the intersection, okay, so that might be a little harder to find now.
Right. 8 minutes.
0, okay.
So 58. LA Basin traffic, helicopter 320 over Pomona Highway, heading to 605 intersection at 2000, LA Basin.
There is a guy, 6 for Victor.
Right.
He's very low and flies with 160 knots. I don't know what kind of aircraft this is. So now he's turning our way, so maybe we can see him later. Okay, then we're gonna have this heli landing spot here again. Oh yeah, there is one guy. Oh, that's the one, yeah. 65 Victor. So in this area, Bravo will be at 2500, so this is the latest point. So this line is the latest point where you should go down.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't want to be too close, right? Yeah, Yeah, so like you said, it was a good idea. So after you cross these mountains, it's a good idea to descend. So there is 17 Bravo, nobody there. This time visibility is a little better, we can see downtown LA.
Alright.
Okay. 6 miles away from the 105, 605. Yes, it's probably a little inconvenient to operate the iPad with the gloves, huh? If you need, how does it work? Okay. Yeah. There are also some pilots, I saw some pilots using gloves with the fingers free.
Right.
But yeah, if it works for you, then it's fine. Because when we do later the checkride preparation, you're gonna need your fingers on the iPad. Is already prepared. Airspeed altitude is good. Maybe another gauge check every now and then.
Okay. Gauges 1 to 0 green, I'm September, flaps out of yellow, and 0 is green. The warning lights, maybe, yeah, right.
If here about half fuel and here a quarter, so maybe about 11 gallons or so.
Right.
So we can still fly more for more than an hour. And we only have a couple miles left. Yeah. So enough fuel. If you would see, oh, I don't have a lot of fuel, you could kind of calculate how much you expect that you need. And if you don't have enough, you could still land in Compton or anywhere, right?
Right.
Because we also want to kind of land with a little reserve. So this 20 minutes is for planning. So we can also use that. But if you don't have to, I would rather not do that, because if you plan like that, or if you go back and you think, I'm still gonna have 2 gallons left, and then the tower tells you to hold west, yeah, I might get back closer.
Right.
I wouldn't take any chances there.
You guys see the intersection right in front of us?
Okay.
Because what is the reason that we avoid the delta airspeed?
Fullerton.
Yeah, right.
Just to reduce the workload mainly.
Oh.
Because otherwise, yeah, if you want, we can also try that once. But otherwise you have to do a lot of the comp, then elevation, then back to Fullerton. Yeah, just to reduce the workload mainly. I mean, they did it already like that before I got here. I was also a little surprised, but it kind of makes sense. Yeah, especially some students are all struggling with English, and then if the tower tells them something they don't know.
that's we're northwestbound, 900 here at the Robinson.
Helicopter 812 Papa, 144, over them 10% of 1,500.
We can also do another radio call.
LA Basin traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.605, heading to 105.710 at 2000, LA Basin.
Okay, also what about the next altitude?
2000?
You're planning to go to 1,500 here on this leg?
Right.
3 Victor Charlie, south, massive unit water tower, heading westbound 1.5.
I would actually recommend to even go to 1,000 maybe. Okay, actually 1,500 is okay. You still have enough time to go to 700 until you are in Compton. Can you see Compton already?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, here we just have to make sure we don't follow the 105 for too long.
Correct.
Because if you don't see Compton and you just follow the 105, it would not be good. That's going to lead you into the Bravo airspace. But yeah, with the courthouse, it's actually really easy to find, right? Compton. If you don't need that anymore, you can also put it below the seat if you want. Left side click, yeah. Yeah.
LA Basin traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.710, heading west, last call, LA Basin.
6233, good to turning left, dropping, runway 25, please gonna make a circle approach to runway 200.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320 over 105.710 intersection, inbound for midfield cross at 700, Compton.
Once. This guy said...
Compton traffic, Strawberry 813, clear, 25 right, taxi back, 25 right, Compton traffic.
Compton traffic, Cessna 54094, holding straight 25 left, Compton.
Yeah, so 2 guys on the ground, 1 guy in the air.
Compton traffic, Cessna 182, 110, 405, enter in the 45, downwind, 25 left, Compton traffic.
Compton traffic, Cessna 6233 Delta on left downwind, make a sure that approach to runway 25 left from now.
33 Delta. That's sky creation.
Oh.
The one making a short approach for 25 left, we're going to hold short for you here at 25 left and let you do that short approach. Thank you. Thank you. 3D Delta, Compton.
I see him. Here's Delta.
Good, yeah. So he's going to do a short approach, which means his downwind is going to be a little shorter.
Right.
Actually, it doesn't look like a short approach to me, but...
Now I see the point.
Nice.
And we go 170.
Compton traffic, Cessna 182, enter in the 45 for the downwind, 25 left, Compton.
Okay, so if you're here entering the 45, means 45-degree angle for the downwind.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 1 mile north, head inbound for midfield cross at 700, southbound, Compton.
Okay, this guy is on downwind. The other guys should be on final. Oh yeah, he's on short final.
Go down more.
Nice, that was a good slow descent from 2000 all the way down. And now we are almost at 700. Pretty consistent descent, pretty nice. Yeah, this guy went around.
The traffic 662 is going around over 25 left and entering upwind over 25 left.
And two aircrafts are holding.
Delta 54094, taking 25 left close, Compton.
Compton, 182, turning base, 25 left, Compton.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320 over midfield at 700, heading southbound, Compton.
Perfect. Everybody in fuel, yeah. This guy is on base.
Compton traffic, W813.
This one is across.
Taking the active runway 25 right for left coast traffic. Compton traffic.
Compton, 182, turning final. Compton.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 1 mile south of the runway, heading south, Compton.
Compton traffic 662 CT goes on left downwind on the 25 left, make it to that port, clear out 25 left, Compton. Compton traffic, that's a 54094, turning left crossway 25 left, Compton.
Compton traffic, helicopter 320, 2 miles south, heading south, Alaska, Compton.
Pattern limited. Local practice approaches suspended. Advise on contact, give information uniform.
Uniform.
Long Beach Open Information Uniform 21530, wind 1804, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 26, 2.12, altimeter 29776, ILS runway 30 approach in use, runway 30 arrivals, runway 26 left tower frequency 119.4, runway 30 departures, runway 26 right tower frequency 120.5, all departing aircraft contact clearance delivery prior to taxiing on 118.15 with position and departure point. Ground traffic use 133.0. Landing hold for operations in effect. Notice to airmen bird activity in vicinity of airport. Local.
Clear for takeoff.
Got everything already?
Right.
It's an information uniform 180 at 4 and 2630 in use, and we are using full frequency, so...
Yeah, it was pretty fast, nice, very efficient, good job.
Right. Do you also hear the noise?
Yeah, sometimes on this radio. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's not always, but sometimes this radio is a little strange.
Long Beach Tower helicopter 75320, 5 mile west, request West Wallow arrival and landing at Maverick with information uniform.
Helicopter 7532 Sierra, Long Beach Tower West Warlow approved. Report a mile out. Just confirm you said Maverick.
Affirmative, 320.
November 32 Sierra, ready to report a mile out.
Report 1 mile out, helicopter 320.
Helicopter Papa Bravo, frequency change first.
Perfect, very good call. Yeah, so sometimes they double check, right?
Right.
Sometimes they also say, hey, say again your parking, or say again your intention. But you can, that both means the same, right? Or say again your call sign, or say again your position. Then you can just read back what they said. Or sometimes they are busy with something else. They just said, hey, helicopter calling from the west, say again. Then you have to say everything again. So your call sign, position, everything, just the whole call again.
Now go to 70 knots.
Okay, 70 knots, 700 feet looks good.
want to zero in and service out of yellow and get green or south.
Helicopter 32 Sierra traffic ahead into your right and a half mile opposite direction 1,400 additional traffic ahead into your left and a mile opposite direction 1,200.
Traffic inside helicopter 32 Sierra.
If you don't, you only see one, you can say only the traffic to our right inside, but now we saw both, so traffic inside is good. Yeah, let's make
November
sure.
268, frequency change proof.
So usually we should already be at 500 at LA River, so maybe let's try to start to descend a little earlier. Keep the 70 if you want. Yeah, there is another guy taking off on 25 for the left.
Helicopter 32 Sierra, traffic off the departure end of runway 26 left, 600 feet and climbing type unknown.
Traffic inside helicopter 32 Sierra.
Helicopter 32 Sierra, landing at Maverick will be at your own risk.
Landing at Maverick at my own risk, helicopter 32 Sierra.
Okay, make sure you stop descending now. What else can you prepare?
Gauge check.
Yeah, your landing check, because your downwind is going to be a little shorter, right? So we can already prepare our landing. Did you adjust the altimeter?
Yep, to
Okay, nice.
907.
Just feels a little low, that's why I'm asking, but it's okay. It's just my perception. Get 500, make sure you don't go below that. A little windy. Nice, that's a perfect position to turn. Up, trim is down. Everything ready for our landing. Don't get too slow. So you can keep the 300 until you intercept a nice approach angle.
Long Beach Tower, Sling 545, Bravo Charlie over Queens Gate, 2,800 inbound for 26 right with Tango.
November 545, Bravo Charlie, Long Beach Tower, cross midfield at or above 2,000, make right traffic, runway 26 right.
Cross midfield at or above 2,000, make right traffic for 26 right.
Keep this altitude a little longer. Because they still have a long way to go. Let's raise collective a little. Drop carpet. Get a little slower and raise collective. Yes. The approach could be a little steeper. It could start to descend a little later. But good extension. The nice end of the approach. Nice, very smooth set down. Yeah, shut down.
Okay.
Nice, good job. Especially at the end when the workload got higher here, you handled that all really nicely. You did a lot of radio calls over 105.710, 105.605, then in Compton you did a couple, which was nice because it was pretty busy. It was good, you always let them know what you do, so that was a really good job. And also very efficient on the 80s and with the tower, excellent, so perfect. Just make sure you don't forget to descend early enough on the Wardlow. H2 did the same thing today. Exactly the same, stayed at 700. Yeah, so maybe I didn't mention that often enough. At the LA River we should change our altitude.
Right.
Yeah, also navigation, you didn't need any help, so you found all your checkpoints. It also worked out pretty good with the time. When we checked it, we didn't check it all the time because it's just not necessary, especially when you have foreflight.
Right.
And when you use pilot edge, if you know the area and if you know how your checkpoint looks, it's not the most important thing, but we can do it to double check, right? But you always found your
Southwest 3270 Long Beach Tower, wind 180 at 6, runway 30, clear.
Did not overheat, unfortunately, so no practice.
45 Bravo Charlie.
But you used your nav log anyway, so it's actually kind of nice that you have that mount here, because usually the iPad would be on top of the nav log, and then you can only use one, or you do it, some students also do it like I do, the iPad on top and then the nav log below, right? That would also work, but like that you have both all the time, which is actually really nice. Yeah, your checkpoints were really good today, especially they were really easy to find, so really good job looking up, probably use Google Maps or something, or Fortlight, so pretty good job choosing the checkpoints. Even though the legs were long, not too long, but they were long, we still found them all the time. Also kind of good that we always, your altitude most of the time was more like on the higher side, which makes it easier to find checkpoints, right? Just have to make sure we don't interfere with any other airspaces like Bravo here when we come back, but yeah, there was a good choice to use high altitudes. It's coming up.
November 5 Bravo Charlie base approved, runway 26 right, clear line.
Just on 1 or 2 legs, we're gonna change the altitude, right? So some legs we just need to be a little higher, just before French Valley. And also on the way to Corona at the water treatment plant. So on the way back you did it, but not on the way. Yeah.
November 5 Bravo Charlie, if you're not in the base, oh, I see you in the base turn. Thank you. You're in front of a Falcon on a 11 mile runway 30.
Okay, yeah, great, thanks. I already turned. 5 Bravo Charlie.
Perfect. Southwest 3270, contact SoCal departure. Good night.
Departure Southwest 3270, good night.